Hey, are you thinking about downsizing? Downsizing can be a rewarding and wonderful experience, but it can also be overwhelming and stressful if you don't properly plan and prepare for it. So today I wanted to talk to you and give you about 5 tips on how to make that process a little bit easier for you and help you know kind of what to expect. The first thing that you're going to want to do is set your goals and priorities. So ask yourself, why are we downsizing? I mean, obviously it's because you want a smaller house, but why is that? And what are you looking to gain by downsizing? So if I rephrase that, it would look like I would take notes actually and write down these things. Write down why you want to downsize, what the benefits to you will be of downsizing. Are you just wanting to save money? Are you wanting to cut back on yard work? Do you want just a different kind of community? So that leads me to the next part of setting your goals and priorities. You want to think through what you really want in your next home. You know, how many bedrooms do you need? Do you want family to be able to come and stay with you? Do you want a tiny home? Do you want a 55 plus community? There's lots of things to think through. Maybe you want to go to a gated golf community and retire there. Lots of things to think about when you're downsizing. So get real clear on what you want in your next home. And number 2, I would encourage you to discuss your downsizing plans with your family members. You even though your kids if you had kids, have grown and flown the coop and all that good stuff, if they have deep roots in the home that you're in, they're definitely going to be affected by your decision. So it's in your best interest as well as theirs to discuss this and let them know what you're thinking and maybe even get their input. Some of what they say could impact your decision of whether or not to downsize. So I strongly suggest talking to anyone that's ever lived in the home and just let them know what your plans are and get their input. And that way you kind of keep the lines of communication open and it makes for a smoother transition and a smoother experience for you in the long run. Number 3, you want to start decluttering and organizing even before, like months before you put your home on the market. Of course, that depends on how much stuff you have and how much house you have. But you want to start that decluttering process early so that you have time to sort through things and make good decisions about what to keep and what to get rid of. And that can be emotional sometimes, but the thing that I love about that whole concept of decluttering and organizing is that it forces us to get real clear on what we really can live without and the things that we really want to keep. So you're going to end up moving to your new home, hopefully, with only what you love, and you will have let all that other stuff go. And it's a liberating and freeing feeling to get rid of clutter. And it's just a beautiful thing when you can take to your next home only those things which are precious to you, or things that are practical that you use on a daily basis, obviously. But it's going to put you in a good place mentally as well as physically when you can get rid of a lot of that stuff that you've accumulated over the years and really hone in on what is important to you. And we can figure out how to get rid of all that stuff. There's ways to get rid of it, but that's one thing you need to do. Declutter and organize. Number 4 is understand that many emotions come with downsizing. You're going to run the whole gamut from being excited about some changes and a new life somewhere else, at least in a new home, maybe not a new city, or maybe it is. Maybe you're going to move cross country. So there's some excitement that comes with that. Maybe you just want a tiny home. Maybe you plan to take an RV around the country and do a lot of traveling. Maybe, like we said before, maybe you want to be in a gated community where you can play golf every day. So there's things that you're going to be excited about, but you're also leaving behind a home that you may have been in for a long time. Maybe you've raised kids there. Maybe you've had many pets there. So you have all these wonderful memories. But what I want you to remember is that those memories you're going to carry with you in your heart and in your mind. You can take those with you to your next place. So don't be surprised if you feel elated at the thought of leaving and starting over, but also don't be surprised if you feel overwhelmed with sadness at times as you're going through these things and as you're thinking through this whole decision. All of those emotions are totally normal and you're going to feel a lot of different ones. So just know that they're going to come and know that they're normal and that you're going to get through it. And the last thing I would recommend is if if all of this downsizing and decluttering and all that feels overwhelming to you, reach out to one of those organizational companies. There are plenty of people out there who are good at that stuff, and they will come in and they'll help you organize things. They'll help you get rid of things. They'll even help you decide what to keep and what not to keep. They know what questions to ask to get you in the right mentality to make those decisions. So if you need some names of some companies that can do that, I'll be glad to hook you up with some of my partners in that area. And if you are in the Western North Carolina area and you're thinking of moving and downsizing, feel free to reach out to me and talk about it. See if it's something that is a good fit for you and a good decision for you to make. And I can help you with that whole process. And it is a process. It's not just oh, I'm going to downsize, let's just throw the house on the market. So if I can help you out with that, please let me know. And it can be a very challenging and rewarding experience, but it can be a good experience or a bad experience depending on you and how you handle it. So it's best to kind of prepare yourself mentally, take these tips, go through them, and hopefully that will help the process be much more enjoyable for you.